All right, everybody, welcome to Diamond Zone. It is Thursday. What is it? May 18th. Can you believe it's May? I can't believe it. I think I'm going to go buy my Christmas tree tomorrow. That's how fast this year is going. So it's May 18th, and as we always do, Diamond Zone happens every morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time. So what you see on your screen right now is our income disclosure notice. We always want to open any one of our presentations with the income disclosure notice. And I think it's very important because obviously we want to protect this company. And, I talk about it all the time. We want this to be a legacy company. And to do that, you want to be very upfront with people when it comes to an opportunity. And, I think there's a big difference. And this is really the mindset that we battle every day. When you're out there, you're talking to people. There's the job mentality, and there's the entrepreneurial mentality. But most people that you will talk to will have the job mentality, and that is, if I'm going to do this for you, you're going to give me that, and that's where I came from, and I lived it my whole life. Prior to getting involved in network marketing, which now that I think about it, became my whole life. Because now, if you think, I was 14 years with Bally's with the job mentality, and now 24 years in multi-level marketing. And, this is one of the biggest battles that you're going to have, is really letting people know they are the owners of their success. And all we do is we give them an opportunity to take World Global Network products into the marketplace. And based on their work ethic, based on their commitment, based on their skills, will determine what they earn. And this is why we do these types of calls, to get your mindset right, that you have to go out there and make this happen. And yeah, we have a great product, and yeah, we have a great opportunity. But in the beginning, it's always the entrepreneur, the pioneer, that's pushing the snowball up the hill. And that's what we do every day. Because when you get that snowball up to the top, it's like an avalanche coming down. And that leads me into the training, which is how to build the right foundation, for your company. If we all want this to be a legacy company, you got to build the proper foundation. And until you do it, right, the money will not be consistent. Okay, you can make money, right? But here's the deal. Okay, you can make $4,000 in a week, and it could go back down to $500 the next week. It could go back up to $5,000 the following week, and down to $300 because the foundation isn't stable. And so we'll talk about how to build the proper foundation. But before we get into that, all those people that were on the call last night, we had about 6,000 people when you add to it Facebook Live. So it was a successful event. I know there was a lot of guests on that call, and we're starting to see the volume, trickle in from that event. So that was success. Happy about that. Now remember, the pay cycle has been extended, guys. So remember, it's Thursday. We want to work through the weekend, because a lot of you have a lot of things in your funnel that can fall through the last 24 hours. And we've seen it. We've seen it when you are doing what you're supposed to do on a daily basis. It's not unusual to have $5,000 to $10,000 or points fall through in the last 24 hours. So keep working through the month, through the week, and let's see where we all, come in at the end of this pay cycle. But remember, we have our Las Vegas contest. If you haven't reserved for Vegas, you got to get to Vegas. I keep stressing this. You got to get to Vegas. It's going to be a great event. It's 2 days, guys. Jeremy was talking about it last night, and I kind of said it when I came on. And he said, you know what, we have a great pay plan. We have great leadership. But you know what I really, really, really love about this business? The people that are involved with it. And I'm talking about, and that's what Vegas does. It brings all of us together. Now, I know we're together every morning, and we're more together than I will say most teams, because we do these calls every day and we see each other on video. But you know what? There's nothing better than to bring everybody together for a 2-day period. Because when you get a group of people that are like-minded, right, I'm telling you, something happens. Something happens when you leave an event like that and you go back to wherever it is you guys live. And I'm telling you, you see a whole new vision of the possibilities of this opportunity. And that's because, and that's the reason I should say, Lisa and I have never missed a company event. Because you know what it did for us? Because understand, when we were in our first network marketing company, it was a different animal. We flew to Dallas every month. There was, they called it MLM school. It was 4 days every month. But you know what? We never missed an event. Now, obviously, that was a little bit extreme, okay? But I will tell you, that's all I knew. The owner would say, you got to be here every month. Oh, okay, got to be there every month. But it got me to take my time out and refocus. So when I came back, we always had our biggest months. Okay, we always had momentum coming out of those events. So that's what I want you guys to really think about. And I know a lot of people say, well, I can't, and I have this, and I have that. Whatever this is worth, if you could figure it out, I promise you it'll take your business to the next level. So when you get around a group of people that are fun, you know, it's something happens, something magical happens, and obviously the information you're going to receive is second to none. Now, the other thing is, obviously, we want to always talk about is we have our Las Vegas incentive contest. We have a huge suite. I think it's a 5,000 square foot suite at the Palms Hotel, and we are doing a welcome incentive party, I should say, on Thursday night before the conference. And to get in, you have to be a team developer. You have to be a team developer to get into that event. So you want to make sure, okay, that you get that at least done. You don't want to miss that. Jeremy kicked off a contest about VIP seating if you are a platinum. Is that right, Lisa, or silver? Gold or platinum, which means $2,000 or $5,000 in your pay leg, you will then get VIP seating at the event. And then we have an additional contest that if you advance rank from platinum to diamond, okay, you get $200. Any pay cycle to platinum, you get $100. So if you go from where you are to platinum, you get $100 cash. You must be present at the suite. If you go to platinum to diamond, extra $200. To double diamond, $300. To grand diamond, $400. And if you rank advance to president, $500 cash given to you at the suite. Just a little extra cherry on top, right? So we always say, take the money. All you gotta do is rank advance, and there's rewards there. So anyway, that's what's happening. That's the deal. We have our, what do we have it? Why am I blanking out? Joy knows what it's called tomorrow. Joy, what's it called? Why am I blanking out on Friday? Open mic, thanks. Lisa told me. Okay, open mic Friday tomorrow, guys, so be prepared to share. We leave for Bangkok tomorrow, okay, but we don't leave until late morning, so we will be doing the meeting tomorrow. Please be prepared to share to open mic tomorrow. All right, so we might even open it up today, guys, at the end here. But if you guys have any questions on anything but shipping, okay, and I'm not trying to ignore the shipping. Okay, I will just tell you the shipping. What they're telling us is by month's end, and I know they said May 17th. I know it. I heard it just like you, but I just like to be very upfront. They're now saying by the end of May, okay, that all orders will be fulfilled. And, you know, here's me. I'm just like you. I'll believe it when I see it. But I also know, okay, that this is a short-term problem. And once we get past this, okay, we're clear sailing. And I knew that, and we're doing volume with this, It's just about getting your head right. And I get it, believe me. I just got my product 8 days ago, and we ordered in January. But there's 3 people that came on today and said their order has been shipped. So I know it's coming. Here's where I would worry. If I wasn't seeing people getting their product, but people are getting their products. Facebook is full of people getting their product every day. So just hang in there. I get it. Watch this. For those people that were on one of my trainings before, I understand the way you feel. I do. I get it. I want you guys, we all want the product. But if you maybe have a different question outside of products and outside of back office stuff, that's not my deal. But maybe something that you're facing in your business, okay, maybe we'll take the last 15 minutes, if we have it, to answer some questions. Okay, so the foundation of your business. Now, obviously, everybody here wants to build, okay, a network marketing company. So understand what we do is exactly what Fabio does. Every person owns their own business within World Global Network. And as you've heard me say every time I do a presentation, World Global Network is responsible for bringing the right products that they believe the market needs. And that's why we're all excited. We're all excited because we know and we bought into and we have faith in this product. When we said wearable technology, if you look at the presentation, okay, the presentation in the beginning is really starting to tell the story. Fabio Galdi identified that the industry of network marketing needed to move into technology, and he wanted to get there first. And this really is one of the biggest selling points that we talk to people about. Nobody's in this space right now. Now, when I say that, we know there's people right now in wearable technology, but not in network marketing. So the first piece of any company's foundation, just like yours, is having faith in the product. And no one here questions whether or not wearable technology is going to be a big thing. We're starting to see it. We're starting to get market penetration. And a lot of us are excited and we have faith. Now, the people who don't have their product, you have faith that at least other people have their product, right? Okay, and a lot of people are enjoying the product. I will tell you, I've had the Classic and now I have the Hilo LX, okay? I have faith in the product and I know we're gonna be able to build a business with it. And everybody that I show that 2-minute video to, I should never say everybody, but a big percentage of people that see that video want the product. So I know because we have people every day just going to the website and buying the product, I now have faith that the product sells. And here's what this does. See, when people get involved in the business, okay, they usually lean towards the product side because the product has a video, right? You could touch it, you could feel it if you have it. And you start to see all the benefits. And what happens is when you have faith in your product, it builds your self-esteem. And I will tell you this, everybody here has to believe we have what everybody wants. We know without a doubt that this is a marketable product. And all we have to do now is get that 2-minute video into people's hands. But this is a big part of the right foundation. And I'll get to some numbers here in a second. Now, what's attached to the foundation and what separates us, see, people always say, well, Jeff, why did Fabio Galdi decide to do it through network marketing? Well, do you understand he could have simply taken this product and gave it and got it on the store shelf, right? I'm sure he had those connections. If he wanted to take it straight retail, just like all these other products are out there, then he'd have to do what? He'd have to market the product, pay spokespeople, right? And you know, you understand when you get your product on a shelf, it costs millions of dollars to get that product on the shelf. It's called shelf placement. Based on where that retailer allows you to put your product, there's money attached to that. But that's not the model they chose. What separates our product from all the rest, and you guys know this now, is that we have an opportunity attached to it. But here we go now. What is an opportunity? Describe an opportunity to me. What does an opportunity even look like? And this is where a lot of people in our industry get stuck. Yeah, we have the 2-minute video that we send out to people, right? And that gets people intrigued in what? The product. But that video doesn't talk about that there's an opportunity attached to it. It says, now that you've seen our product, you probably want one. Get back with the person that got you this video so they can show you how to start to enjoy the Hilo. Right? Isn't that what the 2-minute video says? And now they call you back, and what are you doing? You now need to expand their vision of what the opportunity is attached to it. Knowing some people's opportunity is just to buy the product and become a consumer. Is that okay? Of course it is. We want people to use the product. But you know what opportunity is? It's your vision. You got to share the people the vision attached to this product. And I know we talk about this all the time, but you know what? It's important because your vision is, here we go now, your story. Yeah, you know what? You know what, Caitlin? Okay, I saw this too. Okay, when I saw that 2-minute video, but someone shared with me, okay, that there was a business attached to this product. And you know what? I'm sick and tired of working 14-hour days. I have too much month at the end of my money. I need to supplement my income. And not only is this a great product, but it also gives me an opportunity to supplement my income. That's what that's what this business gives me. And I know that my future, if I keep doing what I'm doing, nothing's going to change. So yeah, I love the product, but you know what? Let me share with you a little bit more about the opportunity attached to this. And remember the globe, everybody? This is where you memorize, and this is where you match what this business could give other people. It's your vision. What do they say? Amateurs sell product, but people, entrepreneurs sell vision. Listen, I don't care if we all just sold product, we have a great opportunity. And believe me, we want to make a product sale because you all know, unless somebody buys a product, you can't make any money. In order for a commission to be paid, a product has to be bought. We don't have a joining fee. Okay, so we have to have consumers of the product. But you always want to take advantage and let everybody know that there's a business attached to it. This is where you come in. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. Okay, Jeff, they called me back after the video. I don't know where to take it. Just tell your story. You know how many times I tell my story every day? Oh my gosh, I'm so sick and damn tired of hearing myself talk. But you know what? That's our business. That's our business. If I'm working out, I tell my story. If I'm in the sauna, I'm telling my story. If I'm doing a 3-way call, I'm telling my story. Okay, doing 3-way calls a lot. When I do a presentation, I tell my story. Because my story lets people know, okay, where I was, where I am, and where I'm going. And within that story, it tells people why I was looking to make a change. And the reason you all made a change is because your situation isn't perfect. Listen, everyone, the secret's out. If everything was perfect, you wouldn't be here today. Right? So what is it? Why is it you're on these calls? Why is it you made this decision? This is what you're supposed to share on Open Mic Friday. And everybody always says, oh, that's the best day. And I take offense to that, damn it. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. You know why it's the best day? Because you're hearing people's story. That's why people relate to stories. Facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. And most people want to get involved in the facts. And you want to educate people on the product, on how it works. No. That's not what moves people. What moves people is your vision and your story of why you're doing this. They relate to the struggles because they're struggling. That's vision. That's vision. And then letting people know, right, what they call it in the political world, the talking points. Okay, what's the talking points here? Category creator company with a category creator product, first to market. No competition, zero congestion. Those are the things, but you don't pull that out until you tell people why you're doing it. Then, by the way, the cherry on top is, wouldn't you love to be first with this new category creator company? And then you're just shaking the tree to see if the person's even hearing you. But you need to get good at sharing your vision. That's why I said, I gave this challenge to you all 3 weeks ago. Write out your complete story. And then based on who you're talking to, you're pulling out certain aspects of it. That's your vision. Then the other part of your foundation is what? Training. What's training? Okay, watch this. Okay, training is what I'm doing now, is giving people direction. It's letting people know you're not the only ones taking this journey. We're together. We're one team. That's why we do these calls, is to give direction, to give different aspects of the business. And you understand, this is a very big part of what we do. Because let's face it, haven't some of you struggled? Haven't some of you questioned whether or not this is the right thing for you? You know, the emotional roller coaster? How many of you got involved and go, my gosh, this is the greatest business in the world, and I'm so excited. Then the next day you go, what the hell did I do? This is crazy. This is hard work. And then all of a sudden, a month goes by, 5 weeks go, right? And you're still trying to stay positive, and your product hasn't come yet. God, I hate this business. They told me it was going to come last week, and it's not here yet. See, if you always want to find the reason, you will. But you got to always go back. You always got to go back to your vision. Because, guys, you will be challenged. That's what training does. It lets people know, okay, we understand. But let me tell you my story. Because I could tell you stories that will buckle your knees. But you know what? Because of the training, it kept me on pace. It kept me going back and going, okay, after a call like this or after a conference, I said, you know what? I'm remotivated. Because we all know, how many times have I talked about the other voice? It's always there, right? So we want to give you direction. So this is the foundation. So when I talk to people, I let people know we got a great product. Let me tell you about the business attached to the product, and I share my vision. And let me tell you why people, okay, take the journey here, because we have great training. And then you got to focus in on your vision. This is a big one. Okay, I have vision. Now, what does focus mean? It goes back to what we talk about, being accountable to your activity, actually putting it into play on a daily basis. And I got to tell you, okay, this group, okay, that are on these calls, I'm telling you, if you look at it percentage-wise, okay, the group that are on these calls and plugged into the system, okay, no matter what it is, you're plugged in, obviously get way more results than the people not. That's a focus. You're focused in. You want to make this work. That's half the battle. Wanting to make it work, not looking for excuses of why it doesn't work. That's the pity pat party. I understand that party. Okay, you hear other people achieving different ranks and you're not yet, and you say, what's wrong? Well, if you want to know what's wrong, okay, then what you need to do is go to your upline and let them hold you accountable to what you're doing. The answer is always there, always. Okay, and that's it. Someone just wrote, no excuses. Well, and that's that. At the end of the day, that's what it is. We all have excuses. Let's face it. I could put every excuse on the board on why people don't do it or why people get stalled. I get it. It's persevering through that. And this is what happens, and all of a sudden, you just make that switch. And then the last part of your foundation is duplication. Duplication. Okay, looking within your organization to see who is also doing the same thing you're doing. Remember I said you're going to have a handful of people over the course of your career that will want to build what you want to build. See, my goals are big. My dreams are big. But if you build your business based on this foundation and you get people buying into it, it's going to better their chances to achieve financial success. I've never seen a more duplicatable, if that's even a word, program. See, duplication in our other company, you want to hear what we tried to duplicate? We tried to duplicate people coming in with large amounts of money. Is that duplicatable? No. Then we try to duplicate people getting a training center. A training center was dedicated space. We had to sign a lease. And our training center was over 7,500 square feet. And that's where we did our meetings every day. Every day. Now, is it easy to duplicate that? No. But you know what? Even against all those odds, we still did it. But now here, there's no training center. There's no high buy-ins. And it's really just getting information to people's hands. People say, well, how come World is growing at the rate it's growing? Because it's duplicatable. That's kind of the hardest part when I do the meetings and I close up. I go, this is it. How many times you guys hear me say that? This is it. Can you get the 2-minute video into people's hands? And when somebody bites, allow us to help you with the follow-up. That's for a new person. And everybody shakes their head and goes, there's got to be more to it. No. There lies the genius behind what we're doing. And then obviously everything else is just personally developing. Everything else is getting out of our own way. There's the battle. It's not the product. It's not the opportunity. It's not the training. It's getting out of our own way. So that's the foundation. Now, when you look at the foundation of your business, and I know a lot of you have seen this before, okay, but it's always good to visualize it. To have the right foundation in your business, okay, if this is you, because people always say, okay, Jeff, I sponsored a person. He's going to be really, really good. Good. But are you going to put your entire business in the hands of one person? You know what you know what a new recruit does? It keeps you moving forward. It gets you excited. But if you understand the numbers, okay, then you know you can't rely on one person. We always say you have two legs, right? You got one good person right, one good person left. And you could actually go out there and make a pretty good living, right? Just think if you had one president left and one president right, and they were consistently presidents, just one on each side, you're making $10,000 a week. $10,000 a week with one president left, one president right, if they were doing it consistently every single week. That's on one bonus. No, it's 50,000 each leg. Well, that's what I said. Pipe down in there. If you want to do the call, get over here. She's always piping in. Okay. Lisa, if you have 50,000 left and 50,000 right, 50,000 matches. All right. Do you guys like witnessing our fights? Just love her so much. I'll let her come back and explain that, okay? Because I'm lost. All right. You guys understand my point? My point is, we all think you're going to find two people and you're going to go out there and ride out into the sunset. No, you got to have a lot of people. And I know you've seen it, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to show it again because it never hurts. Here's your magic number to get the right foundation. There's your magic number. Okay. So yeah, we're a natural marriage, all right. Yeah, that's what you could call us. We'll go with that one. Okay. So here's how it works. You got to bring in per-se sponsors. If you get this right, okay, it's always going to work. 40 people in 6 months. Per-se sponsoring 40 people in 6 months to build the right foundation. Because if you do this, it's been proven in the industry that people that do this are making no less than $20,000 a month, all the way up to $50,000 a month. Okay, so you got. If you knew that, if you knew this was the magic number to get there, would you take your eye off that ball? Okay, and your 6-month period could start anytime. If you're brand new, what you want to do is you want to bring in 12 people your first month. 12 of the 40 your first month to get traction in your business. We taught this in Florida the other day when we were in Florida. Okay, so here's what happens, and here's why. Not everybody does what they're supposed to do. Not everybody builds the foundation. Let me show you how the numbers really trickle through when you put in 40 people. People say, why did you and Lisa get traction so fast? Because we put 50 people in quickly. So it's just a plan, guys, that's all. Now, if you don't do this, doesn't mean you're not earning money. Because I know some of you are being ecstatic about $1,000 a week, $500 a week, $2,000 to $4,000 a month. I just want to show the people that want to run. Okay, so here's how it works. When you got 40 people in, you got to understand, you're building two legs, right? You're putting 20 people left. This is the proper foundation. I don't care if you have a power leg or not. You should put 20 people left, 20 people right. Because you understand, if you do this right, you will overrun your power leg and your pay leg will become your power leg. Eventually you'll overrun it. Isn't that the idea? Because some of you, if you have a leg that's taken off, you're feeding one side only. Okay, I get it, but you got to be balanced here. So if you just did this and go, okay, I don't care what, I'm going to put 20 left, 20 right. And you show me, I will go to bat. I will go to war with that foundation versus any other foundation because he's balanced. Okay, so watch. Out of the 20 that you put on each side, concept, 6 to 8 of each leg, 6 to 8 people on each side. This is where reality comes in. They do absolutely nothing. Zero, zilch. Don't put any energy into people that don't do anything. You can't make a racehorse out of a plow mule. A plow mule is a plow mule. You're not going to make them, be in the starting gate of the Kentucky Derby. 6 to 8 people, same concept, watch. If 40 people join a health club, 12 to 16 of them never come. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Don't worry about those people. Okay, don't give them your energy. Move on. And here's why you're able to move on. Because you have a lot of people. If those are your only 6 to 8, guess what? You're trying to make them do something they're never going to do. This is a big problem in our industry. It's probably one of the top conversations I have with new people. Jeff, I just can't get my people to do anything. What do you suggest? Move on. A lot of you are spending all your time with the wrong people. Here's your mentality. Trust me, I'm telling you, 24 years talking to you. The right people just do. You think I have a magic wand? I say, I want you to do it, but I don't want you to do it. I want Caitlin to be on every morning, and I want you never to be on. You think I determine, or do you think Caitlin determines that she never misses a meeting? Do you think Caitlin is self-motivated? You think it's because of me? Has nothing to do with me. I'm just providing the information. So I don't want those phone calls. What do? I just told you, move on. You don't treat them any differently. If they want your attention, okay, then you're there. You could touch base with them once in a while and say, hey, we're still here. But you don't put any effort or energy into it. Make sense? Okay. Now, the other 6 to 8 on each side, remember you got 20 now, right? Still frustrating. Because these are, we used to say incubate. I like frozen better. I forgot who told me about frozen. I like that. They're frozen. Maybe they'll thaw. I don't know. Maybe at some point, okay, they'll leave the freezer and come into the refrigerator and then come into room temperature. I don't know. But I don't give these people any, I don't spend time with these people either. These maybe are the ones. Here's what's been, can I tell you what freezes people? What has frozen a lot of people? You want transparency? The damn product not being delivered has frozen some people. I got it. It didn't freeze me. I understood it. Okay, got it. Another delay. Okay, another delay. All right, just another chapter in my book. Let me tell you about this chapter. Okay, we made a fortune and no product was ever delivered. There's my chapter. And other people go, I can't do anything. I don't have the product. My people, love this one, my people want to touch it and feel it. Well, why is it your people want to touch it and feel it and none of mine do? You got different people? And that's the other one. My people are different, Jeff. Let me tell you. And where we live, they want to touch it and feel it. I'm not making fun, but I am making fun. Okay, I'm being upfront with you guys. All my people, they want to press the button. I'm telling you, if we got them to press the button, they'd all buy premium packs. All right. But see, no one's pressed a button over here. It's your attitude. I get it. I'm not diminishing. Do not say you don't care. I do care. I think if someone says something should be done, it should be done. But okay, but it's not. Not going to change my direction. So I'm just giving you an example of what can freeze some people. Here's another thing that freezes people. Ready? Okay, they can't get past fear and doubt. They got past fear and doubt for the split second to make their decision to buy the product. But you know what? At the end of the day, you can't help people. You could be there for them. So watch, out of 20, 12 to 16 on each side are doing nothing. See, 2/3. So this is what keeps your sanity. Oh yeah, Jeff told me that. So now when you get people in, you go, oh, this is my third that are doing nothing. Oh, here's another one of my third that's frozen. You know what a frozen is? They might even be on these calls. Some of you are frozen, but yet you're still on the call, but you're trying to tell yourself you are doing something. Remember the mirror? Just answer to yourself. If you're listening to my voice right now, okay, this annoying voice every morning, just ask yourself, is he talking to me? Am I frozen? You see, you could be on the call. You could even come to Vegas. You could even go out there and do this every once in a while, but you're still frozen. You haven't made that decision. You haven't switched. That's all. See, it's just identifying. And it's easy just to move out of it. I'm no longer frozen. I've had some people unfrozen. But at the end of the day, for the most part, people who are frozen stay frozen. Now, here's where you get traction. 6 to 8 on each side. This is where you go. Remember the training, it's not worth it. it's worth it. Well, here, if you're dealing with these people every day, it's not worth it. But when you get to these people build it big. Now you get traction. These are now, you got people committed to putting their 40 people in. That's who these people are. But it doesn't get traction until you have that number in the funnel. Now you got to reverse engineer the 40. How many people do I got to talk to get 40? Here we go, see? But I just gave you the answer to the test. If you knew this would earn you $20,000 to $50,000, would you ever stop? And then out of the 6 to 8, you know what you're going to have? 1 to 2 on each side that are going to have the same vision and they want to build their foundation. 1 to 2 on each side will then build a legacy company. Now, guys, listen, we put in, you know our numbers, we put in a lot of people in their first 3 months. And now what we've been doing is harvesting, okay, because these numbers did fall through for us. We got 6 to 8 working legs. We have 1 to 2 people that want to build legacy companies on each side. But now watch this. Here's my mentality. When we get back from Vegas, guess what we're going to do again? We're going to put in another 40 in 6 months. Why? It's fun. See, you sometimes you guys think, well, recruiting is hard. Recruiting will be the easiest thing you ever do. I know it's hard for some of you to believe that. When we come back from Vegas, we're going to put another 40 in. Because I want to have what? I want to have 2 to 4 people on each side that want to build a foundation. And then we'll develop that. And then another 6 months, we'll put another 40 in. You see what happens? Because this becomes like, now it becomes not even a challenge. Now it becomes a game. Who we could talk to, who we could share our vision with, because you're working from power. See, in the beginning, people see the dollar signs in your eyes. This is why you got to relax. They see maybe you need them. You got to have a posture. Let me tell you, here's where I'm at. Here's where I was. Here's where I'm at. And here's where I'm going. And I know exactly where I'm going. And here's my attitude. Whether you do it or not makes no difference to me. Here's where I'm going. But I also know you need an opportunity, and I'm giving you one. And my attitude is, I don't ever say this, but here's my attitude. You're not my opportunity. I'm your opportunity. You got this wrong, dude. See, a lot of you run this business like you need them. No, if your vision is set, you don't need them. If your vision is set, whether that person says yes or no to you, does that have anything to do with where you're going? No. No, you think Bill Gates, who was laughed at, or Steve Jobs, or just look at all the successful people. At some point they had critics. Do you think when they met a critic, they said, well, this is not going to work? They didn't buy into it. Microsoft will never happen. Apple, their phones are blowing up and the apps don't work. This is never going to work. Those critics were right. No. They had their vision set. And they knew eventually someone is going to follow, because people need a leader. Lead. You know how you lead? Keep telling your story of where you're going. Show no chink in your armor. Talk about your talking points. This is going to be a $34 billion market with or without you. It's true. And I'm going to get my piece of it. And I have a position for you to take this journey with me. Let me introduce you to somebody very successful in the industry, because I just got started. My vision's set, but you know what? Let's do a 3-way call. Here we go. That's it. You just work it from power. But this is what you're building. Here's your foundation. This is what you need to do. And now when you know that, you go, okay, now I'm just on a journey to get there. Right? Just like I knew in order to get someone in shape, okay, there was a roadmap. It was a 6-month roadmap that you had to come 4 days a week and spend 1 hour and 15 minutes with us. If you did not do that, okay, you can't expect to have what you said you want. And guess what? A third did nothing. A third came once a week. And a third actually achieved their financial goals. It's amazing. Okay, what time is it? Oh, shoot. I was going to take some time. I get out of here. I'm sorry. All right, let me just see some of these questions. Hang on. All right. All right. This is a proper marriage. Keeping it real. Hashtag real life. Disagree without being disagreeable. I don't know what that means, but okay. Love the authenticity. Tell the truth. Once a jack, always a jack. You guys are killing me. Thanks for jumping hurdles. You are preaching a word today. Thank you. You rock. Okay, thank you. Okay, now I'm done. This has been recorded. So guys, be prepared for open mic. Okay, send me to Thailand with some good stories. Remember, what we want you to do, your name, your background, briefly. I'm not looking for your entire story. That was one time. Okay, tell us where you are, what your background is, your vision, why you made your decision here and where you're going. And if you have something you want to share about something that happened last week, okay, we want to hear from you. Okay, that's your time to shine. We want people to be able to share their stories. So did somebody want to say something? We will be getting on the plane, but we'll be on the call. Who's that, Don Marie? Okay. All right, Don, maybe you could do a little video getting on the plane to all the people not coming to Thailand. That would be good. Right?
I just said we will be getting on the plane tomorrow morning during this call, but we will be on this call because it's that important. Never miss an event.
But I'm saying maybe you could show everybody you getting on the plane. That would be fun.
I'll do it. I'll have the video off and I'll show us getting on the plane.
All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Got to go fight with my wife now.
Good.
Thank you. Thanks.
Jeff, I'm crossing my fingers for you, brother. Get that product.